Morning. Sorry about a slight absence. Had a stag do, got married, tick tick. Had a 20-week baby scan this morning. All good. There's a lot happening. And that's not even our big news. That's coming soon. So I haven't actually recorded a video for a little while. I thought we'd better have a catch up. Just quickly on the wedding, had a great time. We done it on the cheap. Toyota Medway even sent me a white Hilux to drive to my wedding in. It's really cool of them. Because if you didn't know, I'm a massive Hilux fan. For the last couple of years, I've actually been trying to troll Toyota into submission to send me a Hilux. We haven't got one as of yet. But yeah, nice touch from Toyota Medway. Anywho, sheep are good, cows are good, the ducks are not good. Fox, absolutely brutal. I was away on my stag do. You put these mesh underneath so that the fox can't dig, and I left the gap about that big, and the fox burrowed underneath and massacred the lot, killed most of them, left 5 maimed, sort of like faces hanging off and beaks hanging off and everything like that. And then there was 2 survivors, one that's got pretty bad injuries but is surviving, and the other one, that one there, he was completely unscathed. And since, she's actually made a little nest. I'm not sure if she's going to sit, but I've actually ordered some eggs off of eBay for her because these probably aren't fertile, because obviously Quaker Chan's dead now. Someone did tell me that they can like hold sperm for a while and keep refertilizing their eggs, but I don't know if that's true. Anyway, I ordered some eggs off eBay and I'm going to replace those with fertile eggs. And if she does choose to sit, then that would be such a happy ending to the story, which wasn't a very nice one. I know it's silly and I know they're only ducks, but they were like the highlight of my morning every morning. I just found them like a real joy to have. I was actually really upset. So that's an act of war from the fox in my eyes. What annoys me about foxes is it took two of them. Didn't even kill them all, just hurt them. And it's just like, what sort of animal does that? That one was a bit personal. But anywho, we haven't decided whether to get any more. We've actually got 2 ducklings that we hatched out of the last hatch we did. But we'll see if we get some more. First job of the day, I have a ewe-hog that I didn't send in when I should have done. And since then, she's been running with the tup during lambing and stuff like that. And she's managed to get herself in lamb. She might have had it. So we're gonna go and find her first. Finding the sheep isn't the easiest at the moment because the whole farm is open. Usually we block graze this farm because it's got a sort of nice amount of nice sized fields and it works beautifully, but we haven't got water in all of them, so I just left the gates open for now just to get the wedding and stuff out of the way, so I wasn't too busy beforehand. Sheep didn't ruin my wedding day, by the way. Combination of sorting out the ones that were escaping and turning my phone off, so that worked beautifully. No phone calls about the sheep being out. Oh, it's the cows! Hello, cows! The grass is wild. It's been very wet. I think they've been struggling a little bit with the weather, if I'm honest with you. It's been crap, like really crap. Worst summer I can remember by far. But we've had like sort of 18 degrees and then down to 6 in June. No, thank you, whoever's in charge of that. But yeah, they're okay. They're doing okay. They've finished all their food now, so they are just on the grass, like in their longhorns. Liking the longhorns a lot. In the old truck, by the way. Zoe's clutch has gone on her Mini. Clutch is actually going on this, so about 3rd gear is where it's at. Quite glad I've kept it for a minute, if I'm honest with you. It's coming very, very useful. But yeah, I got to pay for 2 clutches this month. Great. Quite hard to spot this time of year. We have undergrazed this farm a fair bit this year. We moved quite a lot of sheep onto a dairy farm. So it took the pressure off of this place and then we just sort of undergrazed it a little bit, really. That and the combination of the way the weather's been, it's just blown up. I'm trying to find this sheep. Oh, look, she's lambed. Found her. Oh, what a good girl, look at that. Oh, and she's only had one. She must have got the memo. Hello, sweetheart. My, haven't you done well? Hello. Look at that little guy. Okay, lambing's done. Tick, it's all happening, folks. That ewe-hog, we were going to keep her, and then we culled them out because the price was so strong, and she was one of the cull ones. And then she got by me on the race. Sorry, not me, I don't make mistakes. She got by Zoe on the race. And then she ran around with the in-lambers, which the tups were in, which is why she didn't lamb. And then every time we drew some off, she'd just like jump out. And then I caught her up and she was a bit lame, so we couldn't take her to the market. And then lambs peaked at like 240 quid or something. So we really wanted to get her. But by this point, she was like, the ewes were lambing and we didn't want to just chase one sheep out for it. And then I was like, well, she's going to be in lamb now and she's too far gone to sell. So there she is, and now she's lamb. And that's how we end up keeping replacements, which I know isn't the right thing to do, but I think I just punctured a tyre on a log back there that I didn't see in the long grass, so that's going to make for an interesting day. Anywho, right, that's good. That's really good. Loving lambing the ewe hogs this year, honestly. They've just been the biggest delight. I can't even explain to you. It's been such a treat. Probably enough. Not sure that the tailgate's going to hold. Should be a bit awkward. That's also awkward. Right then, flat tyre, dodgy tailgate, shall we? Today's mission, this morning's mission. A group of ewes with their lambs. These were later born lambs, so back end of April, early May. Gonna get the lambs in to give them their first drench, the white drench for the Nematodiris, a drop of all eggs.
Wouldn't lie to you, doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. She knows how to drive a truck, but she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart starts beating when my headlights shining on her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing with me. She's so damn out of my league.
Gotcha! My spaniel sheepdog, call her the long-eared collie. Why have I got one? It's a long story. Okay, so we've got about, I think there's 18 ewes here with their lambs. You can see the lambs are just a little bit stale. You see their coats just go a bit, I can't really describe it, just a bit stale, just trust me. Some of them are starting to get dirty bums a bit. No, there you go. They haven't had a white drench yet. There's a couple of ewe hogs, one there. She's got a cracking lamb on her actually. Another ewe hog there. That one. Another one there. So all we're going to do is quickly drench the lambs, and we can just check the ewes' eyes that they're not too pale, because we get a parasite called homuncus. Basically sucks the blood out of them, kills them very quickly, and it's about this time of year that we get it. We started drenching them with something called Solantel to try and control that. It's not a very easy one to pick up on the fecal egg count, and it can happen so quickly that it's sometimes better just to give them a Solantel drench as a caution. So we just check the eyeball that it's got plenty of veins like that, nice and pink. Ewes that are suffering with homuncus, these veins are very pale, very anemic, but they look okay at the moment. So that's just saying we monitor this time of year. But yeah, these lambs probably could have done with drench about 10 days ago, but you know, life and all that, better late than never. So yeah, I'm just gonna shed the ewes off and get going.
She's a little bit crazy.
Damn. Yeah, these lambs are a long way back from our others, but then that's mostly down to their age. We actually weighed some of our first lambs in last week, 35 kilos. We averaged 130s home, topped at 141 for some 36s, so I thought that was pretty good.
He's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing to me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country.
Done. Took about 5 minutes. problem with all these little bits of land is that you sort of spend more time faffing about going to and fro than the actual work. Spend my life driving. So I'm just quickly checking some ewes and lambs that we've got on a dairy farm, which is currently up for sale, 2.2 million. That's the guide price, if anyone wants to buy it for me. I've had tremendous trouble with these sheep getting out, but we've caught a couple of ringleaders and I think we're there now. Apart from one, that one in fact, that sheep right there, ewe. She's discovered that when they removed the parlour, there was a load of cake and she likes cake. So she's been getting out a little bit. But other than that, touch wood, cross fingers, we may have stopped them being naughty because it was getting very aggravating. They all look very settled. Gonna run them across the road tomorrow because next week we're away for a couple of days at Groundswell, which is like a farming conference type thing. It's like a, I can't really describe it, it's all I can describe it as, and there's sort of like panel discussions about farming and stuff like that, and then they've got a really exceptionally good beer tent in the evening. So I just want to make sure that they've got enough grass while we're away, because there's nothing worse than getting out whilst we're away. Completely different subject, but those solar panels have been a godsend this year. Haven't changed battery in weeks. All right, everyone's in. See, it's unusual. Usually I'm like mending fences and pushing sheep back. It's good, it's all good. Gonna try and get these shorn maybe at the end of the week. Just waiting on my shearer, Charlie, Robbie. Right, I have an afternoon doing chainsawing, which isn't very YouTubeable. Thank you very much for being here and being part of the journey. And I will catch you on the next one.